Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiana, or you can call me T. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. I post videos every 48 hours. I do mostly vlogs, but sometimes I like to talk about beauty, health, or fitness. So, as you can see by the title of this video, I want to talk about this gluten-free diet trend. I'm someone who's been eating gluten-free for years now. I get so many questions, so many DMs regarding my gluten-free diet. People say, hey, I'm trying to lose an extra couple of pounds. Can you give me some tips? Or they just want to know why I'm doing it, what it is. So I'm here to answer all those questions for you in one collective video. I'll start out this video by telling you my whole medical kind of background and how I discovered that I was gluten sensitive or gluten intolerant. If you want to skip past all of this part, I will leave the time frame thing down below of when I get started talking about what gluten is, the difference between celiac versus gluten intolerant versus sensitivity, my opinion on the diet, everything else. So go ahead and skip past this if you want to. I'm not doing the gluten-free diet for weight loss reasons or for the trendy reasons. I have been doing the gluten-free diet for years because I found that it has worked for my body. Taking it way back to when I was a young child, I have always had issues with digestion. Being 2 years old, my mom and dad were constantly rushing me in and out of the hospital. I suffered with digestive stomach issues up until high school. It sucked and it was really, really painful, and the doctors really didn't say a whole lot. They just said add more fiber to your diet or we can perform surgeries, and I just wasn't down with it. Getting later into my teenage years, I started doing trial and error type of things where I would cut out dairy, and it did help. My body felt a lot better. I had less bloating and less stomach problems, I guess you could say. I just felt a lot better. So I figured, maybe I was just lactose intolerant. I started taking it into my own hands to start swapping things out, doing trial and error, seeing what my body does and doesn't like. One of the things that I tried was cutting out gluten. After just a couple days, couple weeks, my body felt incredible. I had never felt so not only just healthy, but just my mood and my energy. I wasn't so achy. I wasn't constantly in pain. But cutting out things like pasta and bread and crackers and cake and all of those things was horrible, and I was like, maybe it's just in my head and maybe I don't have a gluten issue. So I tried adding those foods back in, and my body was like, fuck no, we are not doing this again. There are some times, like just 2 days ago, I either accidentally eat a food or I try convincing myself that it's all in my head again. I try adding those foods back in and it causes internal hell. My symptoms personally are bloating, intense stomach pain. My stomach just swells up a lot. I went out to dinner with my friend Christy just 2 nights ago. Went to Smoke Eaters, and I wasn't aware that their chicken options were all breaded. I know that there are some places that have wings that are just sauced. These were all breaded, and I had one of those moments where I was like, how bad can it really be? This morning, I woke up in severe pain. I could feel my stomach swelling, and you could physically see it. I could not remove myself from the fetal position for probably a cool 6 hours. I tried to just sleep it off, nothing would help. And at this point, there's no medication that helps me. What the heck is gluten? Gluten is a protein that is found in a lot of grains, such as rye, barley, oats, and most commonly, wheat. You can be allergic to gluten or allergic to wheat without being a celiac. People just assume that if you eat gluten-free, you are a celiac. The truth is that only 1 to 2% of people who have a gluten intolerance or an allergy of some sort have celiac disease. I would say that celiac disease is the top scale, worst case of gluten allergy that you can have. And what these people experience when they consume gluten is a flattening of the cells lining the small intestine, which can lead to malabsorption of nutrients. Symptoms differ from person to person. There are more than 300 possible symptoms for someone with celiac disease. Another form is non-celiac gluten sensitivity, also known as NCGS. There are no tests that are able to identify gluten sensitivities. To diagnose this, the first step is to rule out celiac disease. And after that, if the gluten-free diet works for you and it helps your body, then you may have a gluten sensitivity. I'll link the article down below that is talking about all of the differences. It goes much more in depth. About 2 to 6% of the population right now is said to have a gluten sensitivity of some sort, and the only way to treat celiac or gluten sensitivity is to cut out gluten from your diet. Here's the big thing. Why has this diet become so trendy? A lot of people see this diet and they think of weight loss because you're really just cutting out a lot of your carbs. You can find gluten in pastas, pizzas, bread, crackers, donuts, cookies, cake, all kinds of stuff like that, which really are all high in carbs, high in sugars. So yes, cutting that stuff out could help you lose a lot of weight. The mistake that a lot of people make when they go on a gluten-free diet is they still eat all of the same things. Being that this is so trendy, there are so many options out there. I can go to any restaurant or pizza place or bakeries and they'll have a lot of gluten-free options, which is fantastic for the people who actually have an allergy. But if you're doing this for diet and for weight loss, going and eating all of these same foods again, just in gluten-free form, isn't gonna help you. My advice for someone who's trying to just lose weight or eat a healthier diet, yeah, cut out a lot of your breads, but eat just healthier foods. To go to the grocery store and just eat more natural, whole, healthy foods. Stay to the outside of the aisles, go around like the produce area and your meats. You start consuming a lot more natural foods and protein. Your body is going to feel so much better and you're going to lose the weight. Well, I hope this answered some of your questions. If I didn't touch upon anything that you want to know more about, either reference the links I put down below or leave me a comment and I'd be happy to answer your questions. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. If you want more health and fitness related videos or if you prefer the vlogs, I'm happy to do either one for you guys. That's it for today. I will see you in 48 hours.